What is going on, guys? We are back with another video. Today, it is week 14 in our 49ers franchise, and boy, is this going to be a stretch. We are 9-3, just along with the rest of the division. Nothing big, except for the Cardinals, who are just the polar opposite of what's going on here in the NFC West. All three teams probably poised to make the playoffs, but there's a very good chance that one of them might not. Maybe not very good chance, but there's a chance one could not. And we don't want to be that team. Obviously, no one wants that. We have a 5-win streak. Seahawks have a 2, and the Rams have just been on freaking fire. Let's take a look at the division wins. So, you know, we're 2-1, 4-1 for the Rams. The Seahawks desperately need to get this win so they can keep up with the Rams. You know, they can hope for the Rams to lose to us in the future. Of course, the Seahawks have the least chance of winning the division out of the three, but it's still, Rams, Niners lose every single game coming up. We don't know, and I have just talked about this in third person. Yes, I'm a psychopath. I have that type of ego. Now, people were complaining that I didn't have the X Factor stuff on, which in fairness, it's not even my fault. The game is glitched. I don't know how you actually activate it. I had to reorder depth chart and then, auto reorder and then fix it myself because there's literally no way to activate it. If you know how to actually do that, let me know. I am curious because it completely didn't work last time. And here, I know agile is the way, but I need some pass protection, man. Jimmy Garoppolo going down the stretch here. We need as much as we can get. A speed. Thanks, EA. I needed that. I definitely needed a speed. So in case you were living under a rock or you just don't watch the series, X Factor Pettis, X Factor Breida. Breida's had a huge come up. And he's finally back. Not really finally, because it was only like one game with an abdominal tear. Yes, an abdominal tear. He missed one game because we had a bye week. Not even a bye week. Was it a bye week? Ooh, an ability. In and out elite. Oh, Jesus. We are, that's the route we're running because that's the same with Pettis. QT probably should move up to number 2 in fairness. And then here's the defense. I mean, this is a very good team. Question is, how much can we afford this team, We also have to probably replace D Ford soon enough. He's like, 29 here, about to be 30, and he's only an 85 overall. This could be a really bad regression year for him. Depends on if he develops up or not. We need corners. We could probably use a replacement for Adrian Colbert. He's just not upgraded at all, and it's kind of sucky, but it is what it is. Josh Jones I do like a lot, but, it's not like you can't get an upgrade from him. Some defenders that you could upgrade, offensive line, maybe a piece, especially if Joe decides to retire, which... let's be honest, he probably will. I can't believe he normally retires year 1, but he decided to stay with us. That's freaking clutch. That's so clutch. Yeah, Quan's got quite a bit of ways to go, and I don't know if he can do it because that's a high overall to try to catch up to. Here it is, legendary matchup coming up here. This is going to be a good one. For whatever reason, I thought it was going to be nighttime. I'm a little disappointed. Not going to lie, a little disappointed. But I feel like the daytime... it fits more for the throwbacks we decided to put on. And, of course, the Seahawks were willing to also comply. Look at that. I mean, this is special. This is really, I just think this is going to be a good game. I mean, this is just going to be an awesome one. I just hope that the result goes the way it's going to go. That's what I'm really hoping. Trey Flowers from the Seahawks. Who the hell did we trade them, actually? Am I losing my mind here? I can't remember. Who the hell did we trade? We got Trey Flowers off of them. We had to give them something. I'm honestly not sure. It's going to be so freaking painfully obvious after we see them. Look at this. Look at this NFC playoff picture. This is just talent. This is just talent. The Rams are in the division lead. The wild card consists of 2 9-3 teams. Then you have the Falcons. I mean, this is a stacked conference. This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. And then Rashad Penny returning kicks for them for the first time. Probably not first time, but it's a new thing because he doesn't have really that many great stats. Who the hell did we trade? It had to be a defender, right? Did we? Maybe we gave him draft picks, actually. Maybe it won't be painfully obvious. This is nice. Good old red versus blue, a classic color battle. Look at this. This is nice. Some people are like, this is gross. What are you doing? 22 touchdowns, 6 picks, 2,700 yards. Russell Wilson doing Russell Wilson things, but Jimmy Garoppolo is on another level when it comes to just slinging that rock. A little bit too many turnovers, but it is what it is. Most teams come out to run the ball first. Me, as a smart person, decided Let's stop the pass game. Oh, I am smart, apparently. There's not a whole lot of space for him to go. Witherspoon almost gets there. We moved him up the roster a little bit this week. I think we just got to keep moving around pieces until we get the right set of defensive backs in that we like. Across the field, and that's just not going to be a great play. Nelson Aguilar short by a mile. Put a little bit of risk here. Going to bring Quan off the edge. Quan forcing the issue, and Fred's got to pick that, and the rookie does instead. Tipped over to Pierce, who we had using across the middle of the field. What a lucky play, but guess what? Luck don't matter because he retired. That's why. I'm sorry. That's a poor joke. Tasteless. We're going to trust Goodwin, who is so fast. I don't understand how Bobby keeps up with him, but Jesus. See, they could bring the blitz, and Burrito would be naked. That's exactly what they do. Not a chance. And Pettis picks up the block. The X Factors work together, and it's a terrible play call for them because Burrito walks in the end zone for a 64-yard receiving touchdown. I think that might be his biggest in series history, I suppose. I mean, there's just no chance. There's just like jukebox, Jason Verrett. Did we trade him Jason and who? Well, that's perfect. We beat him with Jason Verrett. I love it. I looked at it. We actually kind of completed them. We gave them a slot corner and a starting strong safety, plus a draft pick probably. Ooh, Russell, you little weasel, and we miss hard there. Probably should have thrown it into coverage like that, but at the end of the day, the guy still had a chance, and it just tipped right over. Like, there's not much he could have done. Perfect fine. There's Flowers, speaking of. Nice little pop on Nelson Aguilar. I mean, it's a really good start, but it's far from over. Let's calm down a little bit. They don't want to run the ball, which is really weird for Seattle. I don't know if they like what they see. All right, come on, big fellas. Should like what they see. So far, they're finding some lanes. Going to press off the line here. I think this is going to be their first run. There it is. They just sold it. Pierce? That's close. Oh, come on, Pierce. Are you serious, pal? Another injury. So Pierce re-injures himself. This is why we traded for Nicholson, because we knew something like this could happen. And good try by Fred, but I think they did enough for the first. Damn it. Oh my God, are you serious? Is this just the story of Pierce, man? So much damn potential. He has literally missed the entire first season. I mean, I know that's just the way it goes sometimes with young players, but God, that is so unfortunate, man. Broken ankle. That's rough, man. That's not an injury we can really afford to take. Nicholson, I mean, I like him a lot, but I just don't see him as Pierce. Good job, Nicholson and company. He's just not as good as Pierce. It's simply put. He had a pick this game already. Pick 6 last week. He had a pick 6 in his debut, I believe. This man was making a lot of plays for the limited time he was on the field, and then here he goes, completely ending his season. Offensive lineman in play. Oh, really good recovery by the lineman. Nick Bosa with a sack. Once again, I want to see some pressure. Realistically, this edge should be able to get away with it all game long, even in base. They should be able to make plays all game long. To the outside, a huge hit by Fred. Carson taking a little bit of punishment. Sucks that we punish ourselves more than we punish them usually, but sometimes that's just the way it is. Quan in coverage. He's in trouble. Apke with a really good open field tackle on a big tight end. Well, that's frustrating. I just can't stop thinking about this injury. I know it's a safety. It's not the biggest position in the world, but it still sucks. I really was hoping for this man to be a boss. They're stacking this box. I do not blame them one bit. However, they're stacking the wrong side. Burrito's going to make him pay. Oh, my God. Man gets about 20 yards on a stacked box. That's our fault. Throw it away. We had 2 wide open drags. We had Burrito at the end there, and I couldn't pull the trigger. Didn't turn over the ball, and that's the main focus. A little late, but I thought that guy, Fuller's pretty good. I thought somebody was going to fade back over there. All right, Burrito, get in front of there. There you go. Oh, come on, Goodwin. I get you don't want to be replaced, but you can't just tackle your own teammate. It's too obvious. Yeah, this is actually a tough matchup. The Seahawks have a really good secondary. There you go, Breida. Breida with a jukebox. He's getting tackled a little bit better than he would normally be tackled, honestly. I'm almost wondering if this jukebox move is actually detrimental to him. Like, I felt like he would have made that play without jukebox. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. There you go, Derek. Come on. The tackles are just been locked down tart. Former Niner. Just going to take the shot. Oh, my God. That's why you take this shot. Kittle just made another one for the highlight reel. Big shocker. What a monster. I almost feel like I'd have a mob coming to my door if I don't show you guys this catch again. Might even be the thumbnail. Look at this. Look, his face just does not look right for that. I don't know. I really wish that was a wheel from Vernon. QT is pretty naked. Gets hit very hard by Bobby. Surprisingly, does not fumble. Another touchdown. Offense looks unstoppable. All right, Shadow's starting to play a little bit of effect here. I don't like that by any means, but it is the way it is. 3rd and 1 from about midfield. And even with the blitz, uh-oh, Chris Carson. He needs to get out of there, because if he does, that's a freaking touchdown, honestly. We'd have been chasing him. I think he's not fast enough to outrun most of our guys, but with a little bit of a head start, that could have been a score. Now they're going to rely on the round game. Got to like their balance, man. There it is. They're starting to break out. The Seahawks team knows exactly what it needs to do. It's just they haven't been great on defense, which is ironic, because this is almost a Legion of Boom status back in the prime. Over the middle, wide open. Lockett breaks a tackle and forces his way down to the 8-yard line. Man, Pierce. Like, I don't know if I can even trust him now. It's the worst part. Like, we're not going to have him now, and can I even trust to have him next season? I just don't. I don't know where we go from here with him. Like, is he really injury? I mean, he's injury prone. He's proven that, but is he actually injury prone? What's going on? Take a step up. The tight end's fighting. You know, this red zone, and it's not an easy place to score from the goal line situation. Well, they could run it up the middle. And look at Bud Dupree. Not only does he force the fumble, he recovers it, and he's off to the races. He may score. Oh, this is what I was hoping for Bud. Oh, what a beautiful story. And you know the way his attitude, let's be honest. You know his attitude. He's going to celebrate. Come on now. What an absolute pop and a half. I just can't believe he recovers the thing. All right, they got all the way down there. Not only to not get points, but give us 7. That's the type of play that loses you games, and that's a really good play to Metcalf, in fairness. Fred Warner's hurt now. No! Please, for the love of Jesus, we can't be losing all these star players on defense right now. Hell, take one of our offensive players. Take Derrick Henry if you have to. No, I shouldn't be saying that, but... And we miss hardcore there. But in fairness, with a guy like Lockett, that's a similar fumble force situation. And he tears his shoulder. No way. I mean, I felt for the most part our injuries were, we had a few this season. It was actually quite a bit. But overall, I felt like we were actually starting to get pretty healthy. And there goes Nick Bosa with his 2nd sack of the game. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed with D4 because I feel like of the two, he's performed more. But hey, anyone that succeeds is anyone that succeeds at this rate. And see Buckner. I want to see Buckner get going. We actually made Buckner one of the captains to the outside. And I was about to say not a chance he converts, but we kind of got caught off a bad angle with Flowers. His game isn't locked up, but with the injuries, I think it's a little too late for them to, as long as we don't make mistakes on offense. We're kind of setting up these delay pick plays where we're getting that block upfield. Breida's been absolutely brilliant this game. I've just never seen a guy just so aware. Like, Matt Breida's he's just so aware of the situation. It don't even get me started on the effort. He's running his route, and as soon as the ball's not thrown to him, he's running hardcore to try and pick that block up. I don't like it. And that's a very bad miss. I'd like to renovate this place. I don't like how high it is. That's our fault. They haven't called a timeout yet. They probably will here, but I'm going to run the ball. And wow, Ezekiel Ansah with another amazing play. Damn, son. Really got to start running the ball more. We've just been looking for the pass. The problem is I can't really blitz too much with how fast they're getting this ball out. We're going to blitz here, but I knew they were going to go there too. They see, and Russell's been seeing the field so well. 19 for 21. Only pick was deflected. Not only the first down, but he gets out of bounds. We got to protect the perimeter. I will say a little bit of lack of awareness by trying to go to the middle of the field half the time here. If I'm them, I'm taking it deep. Armstead tries to get a running start. Once again, just wasting too much clock on the inside here. And they call another timeout after wasting another 10 seconds. This is really poor game management. It almost sounded like I just said game management, which, okay. Ooh, he knew it. He knew the bait was there with the youngster. If we make the stop, maybe we call a timeout. That's all I'm going to say. Great play, and we'll call a timeout. Nah, I should have just let it go. This could be a disastrous special teams mistake. Get a chance at Breida, perhaps. I think he pinned us, too. Wow. Yeah, we put ourselves in a hole here. This is exactly the type of situation we're talking about avoiding. They're gonna give us the inside. And we're just gonna let that go, obviously. Obviously the approach there has definitely changed after a freaking monster punt. So the throwback game is going quite the opposite for both teams. We have been injured with two main starters. They, however, just have not scored. Like, that's almost a bigger story at this rate, but, you know, even though this game is huge, it's very important. You know, losing this game for them still probably means they're going to make the playoffs. Losing those two players for us, that could be the difference between winning the Super Bowl or not. Those are huge players. Bud Dupree's a bit raw. Oh, no, not one-on-one with the... Oh, God, good play, though, by Verrett. One-on-one with the kicker. Kicker actually made a really good job. He filtered through there better than any of their defenders. That's a good play by Mostert. I love it. That's a good throw, but it's troublesome. You know, we had some early success, but you got to remember, this is still a very good defense, so just a little bit more hesitant than maybe I should be, but there goes Kittle right down the middle of the field, slips away down to the 20. Finally getting that man involved. There we go. Inside zone. They feels like they're on this one. Maybe not. Maybe not. Breida's going to get his in-the-zone moment. And that spells disaster for them. That's a risky one. Ooh, thank God. Pressure got there. Bobby Wagner locked up Breida. Probably very stupid to try. Now we're going to run up the middle. Screw it. I was going to run a screen, but that's just asking to lose his in the zone. Oh, too fast. Too fast. There's Jukebox for you. Touchdown for Matthew Breida. Second receiving touchdown in the game, actually. Wait, is that a rushing touchdown? Oh, yeah, we ran the ball, actually. I forgot it wasn't a screen. We have one rushing, one receiving this game. Good stuff. Moving the ball pretty well here. 2nd and 5. We're going to go back to the ground game, which they should. You know, no Fred Warner's. Linebacker core is lacking a little bit. He fumbles again. Nick Bosa with the recovery, and he actually gets some blocks. Russell's fast. Bosa's got a crap in his pants. Down to the 20, and I think that was a legit fumble. He looked like he was still up. How did he lose that? How does he lose this ball? It was Quan on the chase down. Oh, he was stripping. I did not notice that. I thought he was just trying to get him down, and Chris Carson, man, that's just terrible. Those are game-changing plays he's missing. Running to the opposite side of Bobby. Inside. Going to run the RPO. And the linebacker's there, but Goodwin steals it from him. There's a flag. Don't tell me it was a downfield. It sucks, but oh well. Play action look now. Vernon Davis is the main look. Late release, and oh my God. That is not a face you want to see barreling down. Wide open QT. First down to the 9. Yeah, this is going to be a straight handoff all the way. Oh, great blocking on the inside. Somebody freaking hammered Wagner. Really good play by number 99 there, though. And that's a terrible throw. Had to go on the run because I felt like if we ran, we had a chance to maybe catch the edge ourselves. And you go power football with Henry. No reason to risk it anymore. And he picks up some blocks, and Henry's going to walk in for potentially the game winner. This has been the opposite of what I thought it was going to be. Start of the 4th, and this has been a smattering. And, you know, we have injuries on this defense out of nowhere this game. And what a hit by Quan. This is obvious 4-down territory. Russell Wilson apparently has 2 picks. under center, which just makes no sense here at all. Yeah, I have no idea what Pete Carroll is doing, but that is just porous. I mean, this hasn't even been a good offensive game. You know, we've played smart. Oh, look how many their names there are. You can't even keep up with them. This offense is sick. I maybe should have cut that back in last second. He loses his X factor. Or his in the zone moment, I suppose. He's always in the zone. They're stacking the box, but we got to play it smart. Run the ball. Oh, my God. Look at Breed. I mean, there should really have been no chance to gain yards, and he slips it. Maybe not the game he was expecting, but over 100 total is always going to be a good milestone. Pettis could be wide here. And that's a pretty good throw. Great tracking. Gets his feet down. Good play. It's going to run, but I see the slant open-ish. It's going to be a tough one in between Bobby. That's what I expected. We're going to leave with another injury. This time it's going to be on offense, though. One to beat inside. Good play down to the 12. Yeah, Breeda's still having a Breida game, let's be honest. Not much more to say other than he's been doing well. QT's going to be a hard find. I should have taken it anyways. Throw it away. How are you hitting me that late? That's a penalty. I'm not saying we need the penalty, but I need them to stop hitting us when they're out of play. Actually, no, they're even though Wagner's there, they're not really ready for it. Oh, is Breida tired? Because KJ Wright should not have caught up to him there, and our lineman almost just ended Breida's career. He's freaking huge. Jesus, the pressure. Oh, no. Oh, no. He knew that was going to happen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jimmy, you can't. Jimmy. You can't miss the tackle there. Shaquem Griffin is going to take this back about 95 yards. Bobby Wagner's going to do that to you. It's just inevitable. What? I get you got a lucky break, but really? You're not going to go for the onside? You really should have let that. Maybe you can't let it bounce. Just don't fumble. Lost a little bit of yards there, but didn't want to take a straight-on hit. All right, Vern. Oh, Vernon. Ooh, that ball stayed afloat for a while right in front of freaking Bobby's face. Yeah, they've just made too many mistakes. I mean, because we have not played well. It's a late throw, but I was hoping we could have got a little bit more, but we couldn't. All right, 3rd and 3, Breida following his blocks. Oh, and another fumble this time. Breida fumbles. And Jimmy's going to miss the... Jimmy, you need to go to tackling camp, pal. This has become a close game all of a sudden. How are they just hit-sticking every single ball out of us? How have we been winning? There you go, off the edge. Jesus Christ, the speed by Josh Jones. It's a 16-point game, so very hard for them to come back. But these freaking fumbles have got to stop. Still a long shot, but winnable. You know, we've been pretty much locked down. And he fumbles again. You've got to be actually joking me. And a fumble by the offensive lineman. How many damn fumbles are you gonna have? Henry's the guy you go to when you don't want to lose the ball. Other than the fact that he can't get first downs. Pettis to the corner. Henry burns him. Bobby. I'm avoiding Bobby. You know I'm avoiding Bobby. It says aggressive. They're on stripping aggressive, but that's not even what's getting us. They're just killing us. Forcing the ball out, and oh my lord. You see Bobby, and now Breida's hurt. Oh, great. I mean, the injuries have been so brutal. Stay there, Kittle. Good job. All right, Breida. Okay, whew. And he misses that by a mile. It's a perfect place ball if he hits it, knowing then they'll freaking block this thing. They don't, and that pretty much seals it. It's ugly almost finished there, but too much of a lead for them to come back, really. Bud Dupree on the delay blitz. Oh, that's a miss he can't afford. Colbert going to play that smart. You know, you can't chase that. Well, at least they're ending the game pretty quickly here for us, so we don't have to watch it all day. And Nick Bosa gets number 3 on the day. Might be able to knock himself right into Pro Bowl contention now. Hell, might even become an X Factor. Because after this game, he's probably on par for about 17, which is pretty damn good. We went for a pick out of position, and DK's going to get about 20 on 2nd and 18. If he goes out route, we're totally screwed with Lockett. Oh, that was a great find. Under pressure, too. Who was that off the edge instantly? If that was Nick, I'm going to be sad. So BS, though, because clearly they weren't even close, but the scoreboard's going to make it look close. Good win. Maybe got a little greedy there, tried to see if we had a chance, but here we are, just going to kneel the ball down. 38-26 victory, but we lose 2 players, and how, I don't know, Breida, the way how weird the season's been, you just never know. That could be one of those re-injury things where it's a huge injury instead of a not bad one. Not a good day. Not a good day at all. We finished pretty poorly, too. Not great. 4 takeaways, and we only won by 12. In fairness, both of their plays on defense, they had touchdowns on both the fumbles. One for like 95, the other one for like 30. It was enough to win the game. That's all that matters, but you know, Jimmy Garoppolo, you could see it there too. He's not happy. Not happy the way we finished. You know, percentage, didn't throw the ball super well. It was okay. It was a decent, got the job done, but it wasn't great. Ground game was okay until we started fumbling, Just too many damn fumbles. Chris Carson fumbled a lot too. A lot of people fumbling, but I'm not here to care about what they do. It's about what we do. And then touchdowns, we had a few there. Defensively, some good pressure from Nick Bosa and D Ford. Cleaned up a few as well. Picks. Kevin White apparently had one. Sean Pierce with one. We know that because he got injured a few plays later. But a win is a win, I guess. And another tough matchup. Once again, every game, even potentially Week 17, is very tough, especially with the Lions potentially fighting for a wild card spot. Kevin White and Colbert with upgrades. Let's keep going slot because, we can, he's pretty even. We need both upgraded, so +2 to man. I'd probably prefer to +2 to zone, but you can see he's a little behind on man coverage anyways. And we're just going to keep going zone coverage for Colbert, which he will probably not get a great one. Yeah, +2, which is fine. Okay, Dre Greenlaw is a guy that we really kind of forgot about and are forced to remember again after the injury. 1 agility, 1 excel. That's a really good upgrade in fairness, but still, he's a little raw. I mean, I'll take it, but a little raw still. And here's the new injuries. How long? So Sean Pierce is done. And Fred Warner is a pretty favorable one, so if you were going to lose one or the other, you would probably rather lose Pierce. We've played half the season without him, pretty much the full season now. And that's about that. Let's go on. The Rams, did they win? Of course they won. Of course. So an even bigger matchup here. And then we play the Seahawks yet again. And, these are 3 straight away games. This is a very tough stretch. Let's take a look at the stats. Who was player of the week and all that. Nick Bosa with a player of the week. I like that. Maybe even gets an upgrade. Who knows? Let's see. Did he? I want an upgrade for Nick Bosa. He did really well. Player of the week isn't easy to get. Player of the week, Nick Bosa with 4,000. He's not quite there. But anyways, that was week 14. Going on to week 15. This is a strong. I mean, I think it's safe to say one more win and we've locked up a spot. Hell, you can even say right now we've probably locked up a spot. But still, no guarantees. If you lose several games, I mean, there's a lot of teams here that are looking good. Lucky for us, the Lions may be looking for a tank job, so we might get a free win week 17. So if we can just win one of the next 2, I think we're in the playoffs at least, maybe even the division, because once again, the Lions might be a freebie. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe, like the video if you liked it. This is getting intense. One of our more intense finishes to a franchise season by far. I mean, this is a very freaking close division. I mean, even the Seahawks lose that game. Got to factor whoever loses this next game, they're going to be at 4 losses, so the Seahawks will be with them. And then you just got to hope, for the Seahawks, they can kind of control their own destiny a little bit. I would assume they're probably hoping we win against the Rams because the Rams do have a very good division record. Jesus, I need some water. But overall, this has been a good one. Jesus, could please. I know it's a good video, but come on. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.